Hey, what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video. Today, we're gonna do something different. We went fishing yesterday and Faisal caught this small amberjack, and I thought it would be a very good opportunity to show you guys how I fillet fish. For those that are new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I make educational fishing videos here on YouTube to make you better fishermen. I cover everything from big game, ultralight, everything in between, including fly fishing. So today we're going to be filleting this small amberjack. You can use this filleting technique for most fish. There's kind of a different variants, but overall it should be the same. So one side will be doing this one particular technique, and then the other side will do a more traditional or a more common technique. And the very first thing that we're gonna do is actually take this pectoral fin off, or this fin off. Okay, I'm gonna be using two knives. This is the Deba and a Nagiba, but you could use any knife really. It's just that I have these, so I'm gonna use them. The most important thing is that you have a very sharp knife. Now, this is the technique I use, especially for amberjack and similar fish, because I like the silver bits and I like the skin. So just taking off the scales.
You didn't see this coming.
and then on the other side I'm just gonna do it with the faster way. For some people it's probably easier, and it's just go straight to the filleting. But before this, we need to take off the head, and to do this we need to make a cut here. Let's roll like that, and then from the gill plate cut down, then straight down, do the same for the other side. Open the head like that, push it back, and then put your knife down until you hit the bone. Just kind of roll this around like so until you hit the bone, and from there cut down. Should be able to pry the head loose after, like so. And then all that's holding that now is just soft tissue, and then you slice down, the head is off. Set the head aside because we're gonna do something with it. At this point, what you need to do is from the anal hole of the fish, shallow cut. There's bone there, so it's gonna be kind of difficult. So as soon as you open the gut, just expose, such as that, like so. Take all the guts off. You can do it by hand, you can do it with a knife, up to you. Okay, then you have to slice this part to expose the back, the rib cage, and you're gonna have to wash all that blood off. You need to brush this side either with your fingers or with your knife. There's special brushes for this, or you could use a toothbrush to scrape all the blood off. We're not in the kitchen, but normally what we need to do is just take off as much of the blood as possible, so that when we clean it off later, the fish will taste better when you're cooking it. So there's some excess tissue there that you need to get rid of. So Faisal and Wael, or Dr. Zuta, I'm pretty sure that you guys are not gonna be the ones cleaning your fish, but you could show this to the guys over at your house so that they would know how to properly clean it. That's a very important step. So you do that until there's hardly any of those clots there. You can see here. Okay, use a knife to scrape those out. Okay. Okay, so at this point, you have a clean loin. Okay, so at this point, your fish is pretty clean. Now what you need to do is make sure that everything is dry. So we're gonna wipe everything off. You don't have to make it super dry, but what we want to do is take off as much moisture as possible. This ensures that your fish is going to be really good, because you don't want a lot of fresh water to touch your fish as much as possible, because it'll affect the taste, especially when you're eating it sashimi. At this point, there's already no blood to spill, because mainly it's in the guts, and we've already taken that out. Okay, so this fish is dry relatively. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the filleting process. You start from the stomach or you start from the back. It depends on how comfortable you are, but what you do is use the fins as a guideline. So you slice just a tad, just to feel the bone. Okay, don't cut it yet. Flip it over, start from the back again, following. You have to follow the fin and make that as your guideline. That ensures that you're hitting the backbone. You can see some, or you can hear some bones rattling there. Okay, and then cut deeper like so. Use the tip of your knife. Lift the flesh up a bit. You have to do that until you hear your knife point hitting the backbone. The same thing on the other side. Once you see the backbone, cut like that. Go through the backbone, lift it up. You can see, okay, right here. Lay the knife flat. There we go. So that's one off. Okay, this side's the same. This is ready. You just put it aside for the time being. Now again, just the tip. Make sure you're hitting the bone. You can hear that. That's gonna be kind of like your guideline. Then again, same thing here. You can hear my knife hitting the backbone. so you have very little meat left. We can use this for stock. We're gonna barbecue this actually. So you're left with that very good fillet, and then we take the bones off of here, just one straight cut like that to separate it. Same thing here. Okay, so you're left with a very nice boneless piece of meat. Now, you take your other knife, to skin it. Take your other knife, okay, like that. Take the flat side, put it in flat, and then instead of moving the knife, what you do is move the skin. It's important that you have a long knife for this, and you will have perfect fillet like that. There's still some pin bones there. I think you could feel it. Run your knife and then you'll feel it. If you missed, this is the right time to check for them so that you're ensured that there are no bones. Okay, it's the same thing for this. Okay, again, make a slice so that you have a handle. Use your knife, go inside, use the flat side, the tip first, and then wiggle the skin while you leave your knife flat. And you will see that you'll get perfect fillet each time. That's it. Now, the same thing for this one, okay? But we don't have to skin this, it's done. Okay, now there's a little bit of meat there that you want to straighten out. Okay, leave that there. Really nice fillets. First thing we're gonna do so that it's easier would be to remove the collar. Okay, because we failed to do that the first time, and it's as easy as just doing that. Okay, so this one I don't need to take the skin off of because we already have done that. Okay, and it's the same process as the last time. Feel for the ribs. Make a guideline, and then just you have to angle your tip up to hit the bones, and use the bones as a sort of a guideline so that you don't lose a lot of meat. Okay, so now we just take off the bones. You can see that there's some bones there. Okay, let's take that off. So this thing is bone free. Next is this. They're just in the middle, so all you have to do is find all of them and you can take off all of them in one go. You can see them there, and at the same time you're also taking off some of the bloodline, which is good. Okay, now I'm supposed to just leave this on the skin, but again I just want to show you how to take off the skin. Okay, so I'm feeling for more bones just in case I missed some. Okay, there you go. So now, again, just to show you how to take off the skin, I do that, make an incision. It's kind of like a handle. I insert the tip of my knife and reach the skin. Leave the knife flat, wiggle the skin. And if your knife is long, it's much faster, easier. Okay, there's the skin, there's the fillet. If you missed a spot, all you have to do is just lightly cut that. No pressure, just like that. If your knife is very sharp, you don't need a lot of pressure, just like that, and it's done. Okay, so now this is ready to be cut for sushi. All right, so guys, we've done it. We filleted the fish, deboned everything. This is ready for sushi or whatever, or however way you want to cook the fish. Again, I'd like to thank Faisal for donating this fish so I could make this video. He caught this fish. That was fishing was tough, but he actually got it done. So congrats and thank you very much for donating this fish, Faisal. And for Wael, Dr. Zota, hope you learned a few tricks on that trip, and we'll do it again next time. So boys and girls, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.